Hey guys, as most of you know, our Wyandotte chicks were born just a few days ago, and they're the perfect time for sexing. So I thought I'd take you guys along with us and show you how we can tell which one's male and which one's female. We're only going to show you two. The third way, or the most effective way, is vent sexing. And while we do it pretty effective here, we're not really going to do a tutorial on it. We believe just here, it's just our opinion, that needs to be in the hands of trained people. We do it here, but we have been trained to do it, and you can hurt a chick. You can stretch things out too far, pinch just a little too hard, and you know, it's just best to leave that to the professionals. So anyway, in this video, we're going to show you a few different ways that you can sex your chick safely, and it's pretty effective. So come on guys, let's get started. Okay guys, the first thing I want you to remember about this, none of this is going to work if you don't follow the time frame. This first method that we're going to show you only works from 3 to 7 days old on chicks, and that's a really quick window. Depending on which breed, it can be smaller. It can just be a 3-day window. So just keep that in mind, because this also can hurt a chick if you're not doing it right or you do it too early. So this only works for chicks that are 3 days to 7 days old. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So this method is called wing sexing. Now, wing sexing is more accurate than body structure and color, and it's less accurate than vent sexing, but it's safer than vent sexing and more accurate than the color sexing. So this is the one that most everybody uses. It is a little tricky to get right. You can also hurt a chick when you do it, but not as bad as you would vent sexing. And it's pretty simple. Okay, so now we're going to show you the wing sexing method. Let's get started. Okay, so we have a chick that's just 24 hours old. Bobby dropped a couple of Wyandotte eggs under Silky. Our incubator was full, but when it comes to blue Wyandottes, the more the merrier. You just can't have enough. So Bobby dropped a couple under Silky, and we do have some that hatched yesterday at this exact same time. So we're going to go ahead and get one of those chicks, and we're going to show you what a 24-hour-old chick looks like and why you can't wing sex it. Okay, so here is a 24-hour-old chick that I was talking about that we found under Silky. Now this little guy can't stay out long because he has to be around 90 degrees. And we're just 5 short of that today, but I wanted to show you this chick, how small and fragile it is. And if you'll see this little guy's wing right here, he just stretched him out for me, so I don't even have to mess with him. If you'll notice, there is no wing feathers on this chick. This is just down, and there's no way you would be able to sex this chick by wing or color. And if you vent sex this chick and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to hurt it. So we're just going to put this guy back. Okay guys, here is one of our blue-laced red Wyandotte chicks, and this little guy here is this little guy is 5 days old. And he's getting really close to getting out of the range of being wing sexed. And why I say we're getting ready to show you. So if you'll notice, this little guy has down also, but he has different feathers coming out now. Okay, there it is. Okay, so if you'll notice, I'm gonna try this little guy here. If you'll notice, he has one row of feathers, and every feather is the same length, pretty much. It's just one row. See what I'm saying? So that indicates one row of feathers, or a row of feathers that's the same length, is a little dude. So let me zoom back out. So that's the guy. So we're going to go ahead and put him back, and we will show you guys a female. All right guys, so here's a black chick. The same come from the blue-laced red Wyandottes, and we got a black. And if you'll notice, we have long feathers, and we also have a row down here of short feathers. That indicates that we have a little girl. That will be a pretty black laced gold, or black lace. All right, so we'll do one more. This is one of my favorites. This is a splash. This little girl is the only one we got like it, because as you remember, you get to 25%. We didn't do a lot of Wyandotte chicks, so this is our 25%. So we're going to go ahead and try to zoom in and show you another girl, and those short, long feathers, short, long. You can see here's a row short, here's a long, here's a short, here's a long. That indicates a girl.
And she's very yappy.
Yes, and feisty.
Yes. She's actually one of the, she was one of the first ones hatched.
It was the second one hatched. Grab another one right quick. Here's another chick. Try to get as many as we can.
Okay.
And now if you'll see it here, this one, short, long. I mean, it's tiny, but you see short, long. See, there's one in between it. And then there's another one in between that. Okay, so here's another gold. It's Midas Gold. And see if I can get here. These guys are spastic. Good common chickens when they get older, but when they're young. Okay, as you can see, they're like all one length. There's none of those feathers are popping up in between there. This right here is another Midas roux, which is probably why it's trying to jump out of my hand right now. They're spunky. Woo! Okay, so as we showed you before, this is a girl. We got a short feather, long feather, short feather, long feather. Now we're going to show you guys what you look for as far as body markings go. This don't work from breeds like Rhode Island Reds, our very own Midas Gold layers. Let's see, Orpingtons, any kind of Orpington chick, things of that nature that's born with a solid color. This usually won't work as far as the color, but the body structure is more round in this nature. The legs are kind of slender, not blocky. They have more stripings on their back. It's very, very defined in the female. The female's markings right here will be much more defined, like they was painted or marked on. I'll show you the difference in the roux in just a second. Also, she'll have much more of the defined makeup, what we like to call mascara, and the little designs here will be much more defined like a paintbrush. Now we'll show you a roux. Here is the same breed of chick, and if you'll notice, the markings on this guy here is just not as defined. They're a little more when he was first born, and this guy here is 5 days old also, but you can tell between him and her they are definitely much more defined. His body is a little more blocky, not as round. He has thicker legs. Let me put her down. He has way more thicker legs. They're longer. He's got these muscles and he's more blocky. You can tell this guy's a roux, especially the way he's acting compared to her. Don't have as much makeup here. See, the markings is there, but they're just not as defined and painted on like they are with those females, including the little spot there on the head. But you can already tell, you've been around chickens enough, it's definitely a guy. Okay guys, we hope this helps you. Guys, remember when you're using the wing sexing method to be careful, because your chicks are just 3 to 7 days old, because that's the only time it'll really work for you. And the chicks are really fragile and you can hurt their wings. So just be really careful. And as always guys, we will see you on the next one. And thank you for watching.